Hello everyone, it's me again, Nancy Finch, doing Nancy Finch's talks, Nan Talks, and everyone knows that Nan can talk. Well, I hope you're okay and you've had a good week since I last spoke to you. It's Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock and the weather is really windy and cold out there today in Cornwall. So I hope it's nice wherever you are, but it's certainly a bit windy here. Hi Irene, it's lovely to see you, darling. Oh, it's really lovely that you're here. I hope you're safe and warm and cozy inside. And I've got a little heart, that's nice. Right, so as people are gradually remembering to come back on a Monday or to watch this later, of course, they're starting to do the homework I'm giving out, which of course is all the tools that I've had from my Nan Talks. So some of you will like some rather than others. So have a little play with them and come back to me and tell me how you felt. Last week, it was all about coat of many colours. And basically, you had different colour linings and you had to zip up and you had to imagine those feelings were inside this coat. And it protected you on all different levels of your energy systems. See? So some of you like that, especially the relationship one, which is the orange lining. It's very useful when you're starting to get integrating again with people that you love. So how are you all? How is everybody? So far, Irene's on. Very sweet of you to come back. And if you want to ever sort of catch up on my talks or my meditation I did like last week, you can go to www.nancyfinch.co.uk, and of course it's also on YouTube as well. So today is all about detachment. Now I've had advertised this morning because we need to detach from situations, especially from painful situations. Hi, Angela. Chilly in Penzance, I bet. God, it's windy, isn't it? I don't even know what the wind, what sort of miles per hour it is out there, but I know the trees are looking pretty clever dancing in the wind. Hi, Katie. It's lovely to see you. I hope it's nice and foy. So today, detachment. It's all about how and why we should be doing that. Okay, this is very important. This is one of my exercises from the book The Choice Is Mine, and why we have to do it is we have to detach from painful situations or problems that we feel we can't solve, because if we don't, we are spinning in our minds with this problem. We are consumed with thoughts with it. And what does that do when you're worried that you can't control something, a situation or a person to understand you? You know, you might have had a falling out with a family, or you might have had some misunderstanding somewhere else in your life, perhaps with work or any area of your life. If you're thinking about it and wanting to control it and you're feeling like you're not being heard and it's not being resolved, then you need to detach. And you do it for lots of reasons. Very windy, Katie, I bet. Oh, it makes a change, though. Yesterday was lovely, wasn't it? Lovely sunny day. So getting back to detachment, we need to detach from something, because if we overthink something, we're going to shut down these chakras here, the top ones. And that's not good for you. I mean, you can't think straight. You're just consumed with that thought. Like a dog chasing a tail, we go round and round and round with the same feelings, same thoughts. And what happens when we do that? We physically affect our body, because that thought produces a feeling, and that feeling produces an effect on your body. So it will shut down your chakras, okay? And of course, you're worried that you're not in control. So this main battery will be affected. If you're worried you're not in control and you can't resolve it, and you're worried and stressed, this is stress here. If you're stressed over a situation, these two are going to shut down, and you need them. You need them to open, especially the main one, the base one. So we need to detach from a situation or a person, maybe, okay? So I made this up because I had, basically, I had a situation with a family member, and it was really a very close family member, and there was a misunderstanding, and so I hadn't spoken, or it wasn't me, but I wasn't being able to reach that person for nearly 4 years. It was quite a long time. And of course, when you really love people, your heart is involved. Your chakra here is involved. So when you're really pining or wanting to get connected to somebody, this chakra can go down and your immune system will go down. So it's very important we detach, and this is detachment area here. When we detach, we save that from happening. We are helping our immune system. We're rebuilding it, if you like, cleansing it. So we hold on to feelings in our hearts and in our heads. So it's very important that we learn how to detach so we can focus on other things and give it a chance to heal. Things can't heal if we keep thinking about the same problem. We keep thinking, oh, that's wrong, and I wish they could hear me, and I wish I could understand. So it doesn't do any good, because it just by the law of attraction attracts more of what you don't want. So if you're obsessing over something and trying to help that person understand you or to get through so you can be a loving family again, or whatever that is, whatever relationship it is, you have to detach to make that happen. Because if you're obsessing with something, that's not fair, that's not right, they're not listening, I'd like to be with them, why can't they hear me? You're using too much tension, too many thoughts on what you don't want. And that's exactly what we attract back into our lives. So we wonder why. Oh, hi, Anne. Oh, Annie. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it's good that you're here, though. You can always watch it later. So we need to detach from it. So with this family member I'm talking about, 4 years had gone by, and every day I would think of this person. And every day I'd be thinking, oh, such a shame. And I'd be feeling it in my heart and in my head. So one day I remember sort of sitting in the garden thinking, oh, I wish I could solve it. And then this exercise popped into my head. I'm just going to imagine I take this person and I remove them from my head, my heart. So I had to imagine that there was like a cliff, okay? But don't get worried here. I imagine I'm going to take that person and put them over a cliff. But don't worry, because on the base of the cliff, underneath, there's loads of marshmallows, so they can't get hurt, okay? There's no desire to hurt another person with this exercise. But what we do is we need to get them out of our consciousness. We need to detach. We need to put them somewhere we can't see them, somewhere we can't feel them. There has to be a void. Because when you have a void, the universe will fill it. And especially if you are detaching with love. And this is what this exercise is all about. So I detached. I took this person and I put that person over the cliff. And as I dropped the person over the cliff, I let go. And I said in my mind, I release you with love. Come back with love or not at all. You have to release with love. The more love you put into this, the more it's more likely to return in a good way. So I released this person. I just came into my head. I release you with love, come back with love or not at all. And when I let go of that person, I felt a very strange feeling of release in my heart. I felt like I could breathe again. I felt like my shoulders relaxed. I felt like my mind was clear. Because, of course, when I'm releasing with love, that makes you feel good. But come back with love or not at all was a very brave thing to say. Because it could have been not at all. As it happened, I felt this wonderful feeling of love. And nothing more than that, and a clear mind. And 10 minutes later, this person came to my door with a partner. And as this person came to the door, they came in and acted as if nothing had happened. I thought, wow, what a shock. And I was really pleased, of course. And basically what was said is they looked at each other 10 minutes before they arrived here and they said, we've just got to go around right now. They felt the love. They felt that they had to come and sort it. So they did. And they couldn't even remember what the initial reason was that we went together. The misunderstanding had completely disappeared. And it's been close ever since. So it's a miracle when it happened. I mean, 10 minutes after I did it, it took them 10 minutes to get here, which means when I did this, they felt it. And it was the most wonderful afternoon. I love that. And it just shows you it works, because you have to detach and no longer think of what you don't want. Just think of the love. And that is what draws, if possible, what draws a person back to you. So this is really useful with family members. Another example of this, though, is my dear brother, who it didn't work with because it's not meant to at this moment. So I released him with love, come back with love or not at all because of the situation he was in. And up to now, I have not seen him for many years. But I'm absolutely fine with that because it's what it's supposed to be. Sometimes you risk not at all. But most of the time, people that use this exercise it's very, very powerful, and it protects you, and it gives the best opportunity for you to draw that person with love back into your life. Okay? Now, some of you would probably have had this experience with family. I mean, I don't know anyone that hasn't, to be honest. But misunderstandings, it can come from two different angles of thought and feelings and values and all sorts of things. It doesn't matter what your differences are. What does matter is the love. And so when you release with love, you invite love back in. It's a void that has to be filled. Hi, Chris. It's lovely to see you. If some of you have missed the beginning of this, you can just simply go back and play it again and share it with your family. Okay, that's quite nice and friends. So when you're using this exercise, it is a way of you being still and grounded. It is a way of you cleansing your mind. My favourite part of this is it does affect your body. Hi, Nicolette. It does boost your immune system. It does give you a clear head. And of course, all the body energies, when they start to work properly, you'll notice that your sinuses are better and your backache goes and that kind of thing. So we need to practice and play with this because all my exercises do different things to the body, but this is a general heartfelt one. So it's really good for your heart chakra. So you need to let go of the problem, block it out just by letting it go over the cliff, marshmallows at the bottom. I've done this with lots of clients and they have hesitated because they didn't really know how to let go. They thought if they let go, they'd be letting go of the love, the person. Hi, Katie. Oh, everyone can think of someone that they have to let go from. I mean, just think, is there anybody that's causing you any tension that you'd like to fix and sort, and perhaps they're not listening, or perhaps they can't hear you for whatever reason. Perhaps they're too far away, or they don't want to talk to you, or whatever. It is the way to look at it. Take that situation, that person, and just take it and detach. Put it over the cliff. And you have to say the words. So, I mean, if you want to come back to me with this is really important. You have to say, I release you with love, come back with love, or not at all. And it's a really healthy sentence, come back or not at all. You can't waste your energy and your time on people who cannot hear you or don't get you, or you're consumed with the energy of trying to fix that situation with them. So this is a very practical tool to use with family and friends, or people, situations. Maybe you work with somebody, or, and you just don't get on with somebody. Just release them. Because it might feel a bit strange, as I say. The closer the person to you, the more you'll feel it in your heart when you do this. But it's okay. It's fine. Does anyone relate to this? Does anyone need to use over the cliff exercise today? Or perhaps for a family member or friends, or something that's happened in the past even. Because miracles happen. Oh, Irene, that's lovely. You're on. You keep popping up, your little face. It's lovely. So if there's anyone from the past even, I mean, it's never too late to do this. You can do this anytime you like. It's just got to be to suit you, so you have a clear head. You have a clear heart. You have to sort of protect yourself from over-obsessing, because we're all capable of doing that. We all think, oh, if only I could make that person hear me, or get them to understand me. But there's a little fable I talk about with the sun and the wind, where the wind and the sun have a competition who can get the man's coat off as he's going down the road. I'm just looking at Katie's I've done exercises on family and it does work. Oh, well done you. Don't forget marshmallows though. Someone said they weren't going to use them, but you need marshmallows. You must do it with love. So well done. So back to the fable. The sun and the wind have a competition. Who can get the man's coat off as he's going down the road? So the wind goes, my turn. I'm going fast. So he blows and blows such wind and force onto the man. And the more he does this to try and get his coat off, the more the man resists. And he holds his coat tighter. And in the end, he has to give up. And the sun said, it's my go. So the sun shines and shines such warmth on the man that the man willingly takes his coat off, proving that power is not force. We can't make anyone do anything just by our willful need to. I must get them to hear me. I must get them to understand. It doesn't work. Quite often they resist. You're wasting your time like the wind. But if you could be love, ooze love, just be love. Yes, I have not had an argument with my sister for the last... Oh, that's brilliant. Well done, Irene. That's so cool. I don't know if I ever taught you this before today, but just detaching. Brilliant. Lots of love. You have to feel the love. I keep going on about this because one lady I spoke to, she said, but I feel so angry. I said, but anger will only attract more anger, and it can't bring them back. It can't make it better. Anger will just beget more anger. Anger is just fear. So if we're afraid we're not in control of something, we need another reason to detach. I mean, I've did it with several family members, and both people I've done it with, they've all come back with love, and we have all got on since. So the same goes for you, Irene. You've done really well by detaching, because you're only allowing good feelings into your body and into your mind, helping your mind, your body, and by the law of attraction, helping them to come to you. You need to give that love out for the love to attract them back. If, as I say, there are occasions where you won't see that person still, very rare, but that's obviously meant to be. Maybe that person is gaining gifts from not seeing you, in a sense of they might struggle, they might need to work through some issues to gain some personal gifts of understanding themselves. They may need to go through that without you. So just let that tiny thought, just let it go to one side. If you say these words, be prepared for the not at all. But it's okay, because you're better off than you were before. And whichever way you look at it, you didn't have that kind of connection or that feeling of love between you. So I think it's a win-win to myself. I do it with every situation with any person. Release, come back with love, or not at all. So if you could play with that, that would be amazing. You can also, as I say, go back in time. If you do that, I'd like to know how you get on with that, because you might find the phone goes as soon as you've done that. The phone might go, or they might just turn up by the law of attraction. They might just be at your door. They might contact you in some way. And I've seen that a lot with some of my clients. They've thought about this, they've done it, they felt easier, they felt they could breathe emotionally as well. And then someone contacts them on Facebook or something. And it's wonderful to watch, because love can heal a lot of situations. And all you have to do is be love. Feel it when you detach. Okay? So I think, has anyone got anything they want to ask me about this? Because, I mean, someone did say to me, how many times can you do this? And I said, as many times as you like. I had another lady that said, I'm going to be in a balloon, I'm going to be floating high, and I'm going to drop them over the top. I said, but they've got no marshmallows. You must do it with love. Otherwise, you'll only attract more of the same situation, which is not going to work. So just think of those lovely soft marshmallows. Nothing's going to hurt them. Nothing's going to harm them. You're allowed just to detach. You have to. You have to. For your sake, for your mind, for your body. And as I say, to watch the law of attraction work for you, which is what you deserve. So has anyone got any situations apart from the couple that have said something on here? It would be lovely if you could play with this. I'd like to hear your feedback, because of course it's for the Choice is Mine book that I'm doing. Having fun with all these different talks I'm doing. I think this is number 14. So if you want to go back and listen to some of the others, all of my talks. You can pick them up on my website. But they all link together. In a sense, you could use this tool with this tool. You know, it's like having a little toolbox. As I say, some people are getting, I've asked them to get a little book and just write the headings of my talks with you and think, oh, I've tried that one, or today I need that one. It's you being mindful whether that thought is serving you or not. I mean, it's not going to serve you if it makes you feel worried or sad. The sadness is not good for you. It breaks down your immune system. So if we're aware of sadness or stress, or we're thinking it's not fair, or injustice, because injustice lives in your heart as well. If you could just be aware of it, then you're in control of it. And all you have to do is over the cliff. Imagine, they're only little. You're going to put them over the cliff. But return with love or not at all. So I'll say it once again. You can write this down, or you can message me and see how you feel about using this exercise. So if you want to write it down, get pen and paper. Thank you, Irene. I love the hearts. They're so lovely. Thank you. Pen and paper, or you can listen to this again or message me. I release you with love, come back with love, or not at all. Simple as that. And it's really, as I say, it's quite nice to do. So I remember the closer the family, as I say, that the more you feel it, or if this person doesn't really mean a lot to you, then you won't really feel it, but it will still work. So let me know how you get on with this, okay? So I'm going to leave you with that, but I'm going to talk about next week. I'm going to be talking about an exercise I've taught some of you already that know me, and it's called Dear Body. And this is where we become friends with our body and make it work for us. And I've watched many miracles happen with that as well. You actually can get rid of all sorts of pains and aches and problems. And it's really powerful what your mind can do. And so the Dear Body exercise is definitely going to help a lot of you because it's a very physical thing. Okay, so that's going to be next Monday at 1 o'clock. Nicolette, I tried this exercise before in Love and Light and sent love to the situation, and it did work. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that's lovely. That's so cool. You see, you know about love, Nicolette. Nicoletta? Sorry, I can't really read it on here very well. Yeah, but you know about love. You know how love heals. This is just another extension of that idea. You have to see the person in your mind and literally drop them out of your consciousness. Otherwise, as I say, you're still involved. And all you're going to do is stay in that place. And of course, it's not good for you. So I'm glad that you've had some of you have had some good experiences from that releasing with love feeling. Thank you. I'm using the painting the bell. Yes. Oh, that's lovely, Irene. She's given us some really good feedback. There was an exercise I gave you on the 5th called Painting the Bell. Basically, you imagine a really nice colour purple, that colour, a bit deeper maybe, and it's one for sleep. And you paint the bell. Would you mind, you just imagine you're painting this bell in a bell tower. So go back and look at that. Irene's actually done it, and she said it works really well at night. It does. It really does. I've made it up many years ago, and I used to have insomnia, and I don't ever have that problem now. So if ever I was in a busy place, I'd just get halfway down to the first part, the painting the bell, and I'm off. So it is quite powerful and very easy to do. And once you do it, Irene, the more you do it, the more you're going to find it works quicker and quicker, because it just conditions you to release that hormone in your mind, in your hypothalamus and pineal gland, and it goes down your spine. The wind is picking up. And it goes down your spine and it activates a lovely tonic to your body. So you're going to really enjoy continuing that. You might find though, Irene, you don't need it as much. The more, you relax, it naturally turns itself on. So you've even got to think of the bell and you'll be asleep. Oh, don't do it when you're driving, all right? And don't do it when you're out. That might be embarrassing. So I hope you've all had some fun today with the idea of detaching with love. It really does work. I wouldn't say it's fun to do. I'd say it's necessary. And once you've done it, you'll feel so much better. You'll feel calmer. Your immune system will be boosted. Your mind will be clearer. You can put your energy to other things. Detaching, not putting them over the cliff and then thinking about them again. Go and detach yourself. Do this, and then completely they're not in your consciousness. Go and do something else. Anything at all. But because you've done that action, it's a very powerful intention. And with love, you're healing it. You're healing yourself. And you have to start there. Everyone knows that. So we heal ourselves first, because I know my heart was breaking at that time. And very quickly, although it felt like a hole in the heart when I did this exercise, it felt really empty. But within 10 minutes, it was filled again. Filled with love. Reciprocal. I mean, everybody loves to behold their family in a warm and embracing way. They need to do this right now, especially. We all need to get back together with family, and you might need the coat that we did last week. But you need to be back together with them. We need to feel that love. We need to boost our immune systems with love every day. And this is just one way of making sure we stay there. We stay well and we stay happy in our hearts. So I'm glad some of you have, as I say, played with this before and you're seeing results. Have fun with the others and look forward to next week when we've got Dear Body. You're going to like that one too. So if anyone wants to message me or find out anything more about this exercise, you can private message me and I'll talk to you about that. Also, if you want to detach with love, I meant to mention this, I can actually put more love to that for you. So if someone means a lot to you and you don't think you can, those feelings are a bit messy, like you've got love, but you've got anger, or you've got injustice or something, you might find you're putting love to it, but you want a bit more, then I can put love to it with you. So I can help send you more energy for that. So if you need to, just message me and I'll help you gain satisfaction and happiness from that, or my best anyway. There's no guarantee it's always going to work, but it does work. Majority of the time that people use this exercise, it does. I don't know very many people that it hasn't worked for. So as I say, it's worth doing. Right, Irene and everybody that's listening to me, thank you, and Katie and everyone that's popped on here. It means a lot that you're here to support each other and, of course, to practice and play with some of the tools that I talk about. And thank you for your support. It's lovely, really lovely. Thank you, Katie. Oh, I hope the wind dies down a bit. It's just blowing the gate open here and it's crashing and bashing about all over the place. The squirrels will fall out the trees. Oh, it's so funny. So have a safe and wonderful time today, like Bank Holiday Monday. Oh, thank you, Angela. It's lovely. Happy day to you too. Just imagine the sunshine. It'll be here soon. It'll be fine. And have a lovely, safe and happy week. And I hope that you can join me next week for my Nan Talk on Dear Body. And tell your friends about it. Share this with everybody. Why not? The more people we help, the better it is for collective consciousness. And I really want to get any message of positivity out there. And if I've made your day in any way, then it's my pleasure and it brings me happiness. So I'll see you again next week and lots of love to you all. Okay, take care. Bye. Lots of love.